Pamela Orlean Harvey was born March 7, 1955, and grew up in small-town McKellar, Ontario. Shortly after her 18th birthday, Pam left the province for British Columbia in search of freedom and adventure. She settled in Chilliwack and, after a brief marriage ended in legal separation, Pam left for home, her son in tow. Her ex-husband severed all ties with the family. In 1978, Pam moved to Sudbury, Ontario for reasons unknown to her family. In Sudbury, Pam found a one-bedroom apartment on Lloyd Street and a part-time job waitressing at the former Kingsway Hotel, just a short walk away. It is here that she likely met members of the Coffin Wheelers, a notorious motorcycle club. She became involved with a biker known as Indian, also known as Leonard Daou. In the early hours of November 12, 1978, Leonard Daou shot James Dacey, a 24-year-old father and CP rail worker, at point-blank range outside his Argyle Street apartment building across from the Kingsway Hotel. The getaway car was parked at the now Columbus Tot Lot, and a woman watched the scene from a neighboring apartment building. Before he was murdered, James Dacey was drinking at the Kingsway Hotel with his friend Richard Bell and girlfriend Karen Tremblay. He left early, and Karen went to check on him because he had seemed depressed. She found him lying in a pool of blood. Karen ran down the Argyle Street hill and called an ambulance from the Kingsway Hotel. Within hours, Coffin Wheelers Leonard Daou and Renee Ranger were apprehended by police. Pam, who may have been privy to her boyfriend's plans or had witnessed the actual murder of James Dacey, went missing 4 days later. She has never been seen or heard from again. As for her 4-year-old son Ricky, he was left in the care of a tenant named Mel, or Milford, from Pam's apartment complex. According to Wendy, a young woman who testified against Leonard Daou at his 1979 murder trial, Pam was with Leonard and a third person known as Chow, drinking at their apartment the night of the murder. After Wendy left the apartment and came back with a friend to join the party, she was ushered out by Pam, who seemed nervous. There are 3 known scenarios as to how Ricky was separated from Pam. First, Wendy told the Harvey family that Pam left Ricky with her overnight, and, when she did not return for him the next day, she gave Ricky to Milford. Second, the Harvey family were told from Milford that Pam arranged for Ricky to stay with him for 2 weeks. Alternatively, Milford also told them that Pam had left a note to ask him to watch over Ricky for 2 weeks, but no note was ever shown to the Harvey family. Pam was officially reported as a missing person Christmas Day 1978, when she did not come home for the holidays. At first, Sudbury Regional Police allegedly told the Harvey family not to look for Pam, believing that she was alive and would resurface after the drama of the Leonard Daou murder trial. But when months turned into years, Pam's sister Kate began a search of her own that would ultimately lead to more questions than answers. A private investigator hired by Kate claimed that Pam was alive and well and living in Ontario. He even had an address. But when Kate knocked on that door, the woman who answered was not her sister and had never heard of Pam Harvey. Pam was described as 5'6", 125 pounds, with auburn hair and brown eyes. She was 23 years old when she disappeared in 1978. The Harvey family maintains that Pam would never have abandoned her son. Her personal possessions, including her purse, were left behind, and her bank account remained untouched. For the whole story and more, look for Unsolved Sudbury by Sarah May, Winter 2019.